On the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Jesse Britt, 24-03663. Appearance, please.
Brandon Waddell on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter, on behalf of Mr. Britt, who's standing to my right.
Okay, Mr. Britt has a trespassing pretrial today. Are we able to resolve this?
Your Honor, at this time, my office has filed a supplemental request for body cam footage here. We'd be requesting an adjournment to allow me the opportunity to review that.
How long do you think it'll take the body cam?
I believe my paralegal filed the supplemental today, so I'd say at least 3 weeks just to make sure we get it and are able to review it.
February 25th at 10. This matter will be reset until that date and time. Do you have any questions for the court today? Make your notice to appear. Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
And Your Honor.
Nothing further.
You're all set. On the record in the matter of the city of Lansing versus Christina Elena, 24-03368, 24L2899402 and 403. Appearances, please.
Brandon Waddell on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter, on behalf of Ms. Elena, who's joining us via Zoom.
Okay, Ms. Elena has a driving while license is suspended and 2 explanation hearings, speeding 610 and an expired plate. Are we able to resolve this?
Not today, Your Honor. The city has asked Ms. Elena to either reach compliance with the license and make substantial progress. She has been working with the Secretary of State on that for some time. However, she needs a little bit more time to get the funds together. I'd be requesting a 45-day adjournment for her to do that.
February 25th at 10. You have any questions for the court today, Ms. Elena?
No, Your
Any additional matters for the record?
And Your Honor.
Nothing further.
You're all set. This is the matter of the city of Lansing versus Brandon Jones Young, 17-0425. Appearance for the record.
Brandon Waddell on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Good morning, Your Honor, or good afternoon, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter, on behalf of Mr. Jones Young, who's standing to my right.
Okay, Mr. Jones Young was scheduled today for a hearing. This is for absconding from probation. We have a hearing on this.
Your Honor, at this time, we'd be requesting an adjournment. The paperwork that was submitted to us with probation violation indicates absconding since 2018. However, I've got hearings and notes that he was appearing in front of the court in this file in 2021. So I think there's just some missing information, and Mr. Waddell and I would like the opportunity to look into that.
No, it's accurate. This is the file as well. He applies since 2018. He appeared on and was arraigned on that absconsion in 2021. I set it for a hearing in 2021, and then he never showed up again. He told me he had a pending job interview. And so that's why I set it out. I adjourned it to allow him to pay the balance that he owed, because he said he had a pending prospect job at Soaring Eagle Casino. That was June 1st, 2021. He was still in the status of absconsion, and that was during a probation violation period.
Sure. He has been in custody out of state since 2021. He's been in federal custody. He was just released from there recently, or April 2024. He was released.
When did he go into federal custody?
What he advised me is April of 2021, June of 2021.
Yeah, because he appeared here May 2021 in person, and he appeared here June 2021 in person. That has nothing to do with the absconsion allegation prior to that, though.
So what I discussed with him and Mr. Waddell was trying to find out some extra information here. Would the court allow me a couple of minutes to speak with him, given the court stance about that today?
Absolutely.
Would be okay to go on a couple of other matters that are ready.
Yes, he can have a seat until then. Which matters are ready?
Mr. Zuniga is ready. And if you let me one second, just ask Mr. Waddell something on Ms. Leha.
Yeah, we reset both up, correct? That was reset. I think there was a step on that.
Oh, yeah.
Who's on here?
Yeah, if Mr. Samores would like to go, I think Mr. Waddell is reading some information I sent him earlier today on a different case.
He's got to read it. We still need his attention, so I guess I'll give him time.
That's fair. That's fair. May I ask a question? Well,
Yes.
Mr. Palmbos, I'm having trouble figuring out if he's in custody or not. Does the court have anything for him being in Eaton County custody?
It wasn't highlighted on my docket. I'll have to look it up.
Eaton County doesn't report to Vineland, so it's hard for me to track down there, and his dad seemed to think that's what he was.
Almost.
Yeah.
Eaton County, you said? No. Yeah, both the cases.
Based on.
I was just trying to check. Okay. Right.
Who just said matter when she's supposed to be the victim?
Yeah, I said that.
Show
Right,
up.
then the class of the warrant said.
Can't hold that, can't sign this, she might show up. Let's see. Who's this? We'll hang on to this until that date.
So I'll let you know.
Samsung is.
What's
File
24?
number?
Oh, 240379. February 24.
It was on the Samsung.
Yeah, I've asked several times. They haven't.
Who's on the Samsung SM? You need to unmute on the Samsung SM. What's your name?
Hi, my name's Glenn Thompson. If you're talking to me, I guess, I'm not sure.
Correct. Glenn Thompson, you said?
Yes,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, which matter are you ready on?
Mr. Zuniga.
Okay, on the record in the matter, the people of the city of Lansing versus Jorge Zuniga 24-01453. Appearance, please.
Brendan Waddell, behalf of the city of Lansing.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lawrence Sutter on behalf of Mr. Zuniga, who is standing to my right.
Okay, Mrs. Zuniga was scheduled today for a probation violation hearing. Are we having a hearing?
You're not, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, the violation that I last seen in the file was the defendant. Oh, it says continue. Okay, failed to refrain from alcohol and marijuana per AberHealth on November 4th, 2024. And that he tested positive for carboxy THC and positive for carboxy THC and an ETG on November 14th, indicating a new use because the amounts being elevated. And then there was a continuation request, an additional violation that he failed to submit to testing for AberHealth on November 23rd. He was unable to produce a sample, so he's pleading guilty to all of those violations.
That's correct, Your Honor.
That's correct, sir?
Yeah.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes, it is.
Okay, you understand your right to have a contested hearing?
Yes.
You understand your right to require or have the prosecution, which is the city attorney's office and the probation department, put forth evidence that would establish these violations that's been alleged against you?
Yes.
You wish to waive your right to hearing today?
Yes.
Anyone threatening you to do that?
No.
Any promises being made if you waive your hearing today?
No.
As to the violation that you tested positive for, or that you've refrained from using alcohol and marijuana and tested positive with a carboxy THC positive result, as well as a positive ETS result on November 4th, how do you plead?
What's that mean, ETG?
ETG is, that's what they test for alcohol in your
Oh.
system.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, as to the violation that you had a positive alcohol and THC results from a test on November 14th, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And then as to the violation that you failed to submit to testing at AberHealth on November 23rd, 2024, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Can I have a factual basis?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Zuniga, is it true that on October 21st of 2024, you underwent sentencing by Judge Simmons?
Yes.
And at that time, did she advise you that one of your orders of probation was to refrain or not consume alcohol?
Yes.
Is it also true that at that time she ordered you to refrain from the use of marijuana without a valid prescription?
Yes.
And is it true that, and did she also order you to do random testing as ordered by probation?
Yes.
And is it true that on November 4th of 2024 that you did have a positive alcohol and marijuana result?
Yes.
And is it also true that on November 14th you had a positive ETG or alcohol and marijuana results?
Yes.
And is it true that on November 23rd of 2024, you were unable to produce a sample for testing?
Yes.
And you admit that those are in violation of your conditions of probation?
Yes.
Thank you, and I believe that satisfies the factual basis.
Any questions from the city?
None, Your Honor.
For the satisfied factual basis, I'll accept your plea. Find your plea may be voluntarily and intelligently. The probation department sent the recommendation. They indicate that they believe that your probation status should be continued. You're currently scheduled to be on probation until July of 2025. They're suggesting, well, it says weekend held in abeyance not suggested.
What I suspect, because I've asked Mr. Hanna about this before, I think he means he's not suggesting jail today, but he's noting what he suggests for future violations. I don't know. If
This
words
was
in
written by
connection.
Ms. Bayless, so I don't know what.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ms. Bayless, I apologize. I've asked all of them about this, and then that's what they told me they need.
Yeah, it says a jail time, weekend in held in abeyance, not suggested. It's not the way like that, but nonetheless. Let's see, and to add a SCRAM tether for 90 days. Says overall attitude is fair, overall progress fair, doesn't say anything about. Well, looks like they started, there's a dot over the fair for acceptance of responsibility, but then they abandoned any further comments. You can address the work.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Zuniga does fully admit that he did have a slip up here. Path of sobriety is always a difficult one for folks. Earlier on in the process, the more likely we are to see some of those struggles. And this is about a month after he was put on probation. He has been staying clean since then. He has since this violation submitted a valid medical marijuana card to Ms. Bayless and advises me, and it's supported by the lack of information from probation, that he has not had any other positive results in any way. He's also keeping himself busy as he's fully understanding that what most helps people in sobriety is stability and consistency. To that end, he's working, he's doing what seems to be an enormous amount of community service hours. So he took me a bunch of paperwork for community service today. Despite the fact I don't believe that's an order of the probation department here, but he's filling his time with that. And I think that's to his credit. He believes that doing things like that will keep him away from the types of thought processes that might lead to a stumbling in the sobriety process. I do believe holding a weekend in abeyance is fair. The only, I suppose, amendment I would ask the court to consider here is, he did talk to me about some concerns with the SCRAM tether. He's been on it before and had some physical reactions to it that became a concern. If the court is doing that, I would ask the court to consider 30 days on SCRAM as opposed to the 90, as long as he's remaining without any further violations. Thank you.
Your client want to make a statement?
No, ma'am.
I don't hold weekends in advance because it runs the jail crazy. By the time they can even process the paperwork, you gotta be released. So if I hold anything in advance, it's no less than 7 days. So that's what I'm gonna hold in advance. 7 days Ingham County Jail, which will be suspended upon no further violation. I am gonna add SCRAM tether. I have no idea what the reaction you're talking about from the SCRAM tether. Not familiar. It's gonna be 90 days on the SCRAM tether. And should you have some reaction after that, then you can report to your probation officer about the reaction, and we can address it at that time. But I'm not going to amend the recommendation or what I had already intended to do based on the circumstances, based on what may or may not have happened to you in a previous setting years ago. So that's the order of the court. Will continue your probation at the time, and you'll get SCRAM tether for the next 90 days. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing further.
You're all set, sir. Is Elijah Juan Granberry present? Yes. Okay. Let's see, on the record in the matter of the city of Lansing versus Christopher Laurenti, 24-02466. Appearance, please, counsel.
Brandon Rodell.
You're muted, Mr. Samaras.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I'm so sorry about that. Peter S'mores here on behalf of defendant Christopher Laurenti, who is also present via Zoom video conferencing.
Okay, today was the date that was rescheduled for a pretrial. This is for driving while license was not valid. How are we gonna proceed on this?
The city is prepared to amend the driving while license not valid charge to allowing a licensed person to drive. I believe the defendant is prepared to take his plea today.
Is that accurate, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Laurenti, you're gonna plead to the amended charge of allowing an unlicensed person to operate a motor vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under the penalty of perjury.
Yes, I do.
You can put your hand down. The amended charge is a misdemeanor. You have the right to proceed to trial because you have the right to the presumption of innocence. That means that you are innocent until proven guilty, and you have the right to require the city prove your guilt by proving each element of the charge beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand the right that you would have to give up in order to enter a guilty plea to the amended charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
That also includes the right to see, hear, or question any of the witnesses that they intended to call, the right to remain silent at your trial and not have that silence be used against you, and the right to waive silence and testify if you'd like, and the right to have witnesses subpoenaed to testify on your behalf. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're willing to give each of these rights up?
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone threatening you to give these rights up?
No, ma'am.
Has there been any promises in exchange for a guilty plea?
No.
And are you pleading guilty because you believe you're guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
As to the amended charge of allowing a suspended person to operate a motor vehicle, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Do you have a factual basis, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Mr. Laurenti, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Very well. I'm going to take you back to August 15, 2024. At that time, were you in the city of Lansing, Ingham County, Michigan?
Yes.
Were you a licensed driver or unlicensed at that point?
Unlicensed.
Okay. And did you allow yourself or an unlicensed person to drive?
Yes, I did.
Very well. And you didn't, you did this on your own free will? No one forced you to drive or allow that person to drive or anything like that?
Right. No.
Okay. I think that satisfies it, Your Honor. If there's anything else you want me to cover, I gladly will.
Any other questions?
Not even-
The court is satisfied with the factual basis. I find your plea to be freely, voluntarily, and intelligently made. Your fine is $300. When can you make payment?
All right, as soon as possible. Just, I can call it in. I can run it into the courts.
Okay, it's up to you. You can make payment at the criminal traffic window in person. Or you can go on the court website and make payment using your case number.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that right as soon as we get done with this.
Thank you. We gotta take that over there so they can get it entered. Give us about 10 minutes so they can get it entered, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much, Your Honor.
Any addition-
Thank you.
Hang on, you're all set. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Brother.
Question, do I stay on the Zoom here or no?
Nope, you're free to go, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. On the record in the matter of the city of Lansing versus Elijah Juan Granberry, 24-01554. You're Mr. Elijah Juan Granberry?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Granberry, this is the date set for arraignment for probation violation. I have a request and summons for probation violation. It alleges that you violated the terms of your probation. It says, per cognizant consultants, defendant was not enrolled in MRT as ordered by the court. Also alleges that per police report 24519111718, the defendant exhibited threatening or assaultive behavior on or about December 6, 2024, which would be in violation of your probation orders. So you have the right to have a contested hearing on these violations. You have the right to be represented by an attorney during this process. If you're found to be in violation of your probation can be revoked. You can be sentenced to a term of jail time. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, did you want to request an attorney? The court will enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf, and then when Ms. Sutter is available, she'll get some information for you so that her office can submit paperwork to represent you on this, okay?
Okay.
We'll get you your next date for the hearing.
January 27th at 1:30.
January 27th, 1:30 will be the date scheduled for your hearing. Any questions at this time?
No, none at all. Can I write it down on my phone? So I-
You absolutely can, and we're also gonna give you a piece of paper with it on it right now.
Oh, okay. So
Okay. You can have a seat and we'll get Ms. Sutter in just a moment. It's on the Samsung SM that just joined. Not you, Mr. Thompson, someone else. This is Samsung SM. I need you to unmute whoever you are. What's your
Sorry, I
name?
was. This is a lawyer, Caston. Hello?
Say your name again. Oh, a lawyer, Caston?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay, I see an attorney present for file number 24-04023, and then I see Alba Torres. I'm assuming this is a form-based.
I can tell that one, yeah, and yet I know it's like, oh. What you looking like?
See, envy, I'm being. And I see. Okay, there it goes. Okay, on the record in the matter of American Express National versus Alba Torres, 24-04023. Counsel, can I have your appearance?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. For the record, Krista Cotter Ranta, P69821 for plaintiff.
Hello, Your
Torres.
Honor.
You're Alba Torres, correct?
Yes.
And you're not represented by an attorney, are you?
No.
Okay, today was the date that was scheduled for a motion by the plaintiff for summary disposition, which the court received. And Ms. Torres, I assume you received a copy of that motion as well. Is that accurate?
Does that mean this big paper that I got sent in the mail?
Does it say motion for summary disposition on it?
Yes.
Okay, that's what it means then. Did you file a copy to that motion or a response, I should say?
No, I don't think so. I just got in the mail and I just thought, Your Honor, that I was just supposed to join the meeting. I didn't know if I was supposed to do anything with this.
Okay, if you would file a response to that motion, essentially they're asking for judgment to enter against you in the underlying lawsuit because you've not essentially raised any real defense to the allegation that you owe this money. And even looking at your answer, you didn't refute or dispute that you owe the money. You only indicated that you're going through a bankruptcy and still paying off the attorney. So that's why you disputed. And so this matter has been pending since the time the case is filed. You've not raised any proper dispute, even in your answer. So I'll give you an opportunity to respond now to their motion, but I don't know that you have a valid defense.
Your Honor, I just paid off the bankruptcy lawyer and it's in the process now. That's what they wanted. That's what they told me now to tell you guys. Cause I told them I had I don't have the case number yet, but they had told me to tell you guys it's in the process.
Okay,
And
you're
I
filing a
did.
bankruptcy, ma'am, that does not necessarily mean this will be discharged. It may be, it may not be. If you file a bankruptcy, once that's filed, your attorney should be able to send information to our civil department, and then the case will have a administrative order in there based on any bankruptcy. But you don't have that at this time, so that's not a defense to the lawsuit, okay?
Okay.
A defense to the lawsuit would be something more like, I already filed bankruptcy and this was discharged under that bankruptcy. And that's not what happened yet, okay?
Okay.
Counsel, did you want to make a record at all?
Your Honor, I think basically you've kind of summed it up here, just that there's no defense stated. Obviously, Ms. Torres is free to file bankruptcy at any point in time, and we would close this matter down. So I would ask that our motion be granted and judgment be prayed for as requested.
The motion is granted under the merits, and I don't know if you submitted an order, but if you did, I'll sign it. If you have not, you can submit it through my file and I'll review and sign it. And then once again, Ms. Torres, once your bankruptcy is filed, then our court can address our file after that point. But we can't do anything prematurely because you've not yet filed a bankruptcy, okay?
Your Honor, what does that mean? I'm sorry. Does that mean
Which
I'm
part?
paying something right now since it's what you just said, or?
No, it means a judgment is issued against you right now. Does not mean that you necessarily have a payment right now. So typically when a civil judgment is entered, there's a number of things that could happen to get payment. You can make an agreement with them and they'd enter an installment payment agreement whereby you make monthly payments or periodic payments under an agreement. You could refuse to make payments and then they have to do a discovery hearing to see how they're going to levy on any of your resources to get their money. Or you could end up getting a wage assignment or a garnishment later on down the line. But it wouldn't happen today. Today's just entry of the judgment against you that you owe this money. And so that doesn't have anything to do with what you got going on in the bankruptcy court. Now, if you do file bankruptcy, the bankruptcy court could ultimately discharge this debt. And if they do, then our courts need to be notified and we put it in the file and we administratively close our file. But that doesn't happen until you file bankrupt and it affects this case.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. I just didn't understand what that meant.
Nope, no problem, no problem. Do you have any other questions?
Oh, just one more thing. I did send over a retaining agreement. I don't know if that has if that is important or not, but I did send that over just so you guys so they could have it.
For your bankruptcy attorney, you mean?
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, that's fine. We see that, but until your bankruptcy is actually filed, there's nothing that our office will do, our court will do with the file until there's a bankruptcy that puts this case in administrative closed status. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
No problem.
Your
Any
Honor, there
additional
was a
matters?
proposed judgment attached as the very final page of plaintiff's motion for summary, but if you like, I can just resubmit as well.
No, if it's already on there, you don't need to resubmit. I'll just have the clerk's office pull that out for me to sign.
Sounds very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you, you're all set.
Can you hear me still, Your Honor? I had one more question.
Yes, you had a question?
Yeah, sorry, I pressed something on here. So is there anything I'm like supposed to sign, like fill out right now, or like what's gonna happen? Cause
Not for this court. You don't need to fill out anything at this time. You'll get a notice of the judgment in the mail and you can bring that to your bankruptcy attorney.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, am I good to leave the Zoom?
Yep, you're free to go.
Thank you so much. Bye.
You're welcome. Okay, we need Miss Sutter for Angelica Leah. Okay. On the record in the matter of the city of Lansing versus Angelica Leah, 24-02775. Council Chair.
Brendan Waddell, on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter, appearing today on behalf of Ms. Leha, who is standing to my right.
Leah, we reset this matter because you were given a substance abuse assessment that was going to be provided to the city last month. How are we proceeding at this time?
Your Honor, after receiving the assessment, the city is prepared to amend the charges against Ms. Leha to OWI.
OWI 0.08.
0.08, I'm sorry, yes.
And how does your client want to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor, she wishes to accept that offer.
Is that accurate, ma'am?
Yes.
Right.
We talked about the your advice and trial rights. Just go on. Actually, yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Okay, Ms. Leah, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury? Okay, you understand the rights that's listed here? Yes, you understand them? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay, you're willing to give these rights up?
Yes.
Okay, you understand that that means that you're gonna waive your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. It also means that you're gonna give up your right to have a trial by jury. You're gonna give up your right to require the prosecutor prove each element of the charge being brought against you beyond a reasonable doubt. You'll give up your right to question or cross-examine any other witnesses that they intended to call to testify against you. Your right to remain silent at your trial and not have the silence be used against you. Your right to waive the silence and testify if you like, or the right to subpoena witnesses who would testify on your behalf. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone threatening you to give these rights up?
No, ma'am.
Any promises being made in exchange for you entering a guilty plea to the amended charge?
No.
Are you currently on probation or on parole?
No.
You understand that by pleading guilty, it could result in the conviction that you may need to report to your current or future employer. It also could have impact on immigration status or where you can travel outside this country. Adds to the amended charge of operating while intoxicated, 0.08 or higher. How do you plead? Factual basis.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Leha, on or about February 7th of 2024, were you present at or near the intersection of Malone Street and Oakland Avenue? And is that in the city of Lansing, Ingham County, Michigan?
Yes.
And at that time, were you driving a vehicle?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
So I don't remember being behind the wheel, so I can't.
Okay, well, then we can't do a guilty plea. You might want to talk to her later. We can maybe get to do a no contest.
Yeah, would you allow that, Your Honor? I can submit the report.
She can't remember, yeah.
I will send that to you, Your Honor. And I sent that directly to yourself, Mr. Liddell.
Thank you. Okay, and so just for the clarification of the record, the people aren't objecting to a no contest plea.
No objection.
Okay, and you don't recall whether or not you were driving, but you're not contesting it, ma'am?
Yeah, I don't remember being behind a vehicle,
But are you contesting that you were behind the vehicle? Or are you saying I wasn't driving, someone needs to approve that I was driving? Is that your position? First, no contest. Okay. I think the no contest plea would be appropriate in this case. Let me see if I got the
And if it helps, Your Honor,
email. Yeah.
I believe the relevant information is on page 17.
Email's just a little slow. Oh.
Yeah.
Might start at the same time. Okay, let's see, you said on what page?
Page 17 appears to be where the officer narrative is with the venue and observations.
Okay, I have a police report, case number 245-190-1189, Officer Walter Coughlin on or about February 7, 2024 at 1:09 a.m. Well, actually, February 6 at approximately 2300 hours near Maylon and Oakland Ave, City of Lansing, Ingham County. Officer observed traffic on East Saginaw, Adam or Maylon, observed the driver of a white minivan in the far left lane come to a complete stop on East Saginaw Street for approximately 20 seconds. This vehicle turned left onto Maylon, almost hitting the left curb and continued on Maylon on the wrong side of the roadway. Officer turned left on Maryland Ave, which parallels Maylon, and went to Oakland. Officer turned west on Oakland, and as he passed Maylon, observed the vehicle stopped at Maylon Street near Oakland Ave and continued on west. Okay. Initiated a traffic stop on the van. Driver later identified as Angelica Marie Leha by her photograph on Secretary of State. It says suspect was uncooperative and unwilling to answer questions. There was a strong odor of intoxicants coming from inside the vehicle and speech was slurred. Officer asked her to step out the vehicle to perform standard field sobriety tests. Let's see. she was unable to perform or complete the directions for the test for the HGN. They tested the walk and turn. It says throughout the incident, the suspect was aggressive and hostile, crying uncooperative and back and forth. I believe that there was. Okay, she was read her chemical rights, but was uncooperative. A search warrant was issued for her blood. Let me see.
The results of that blood test are on page 6.
Yeah, I put that in there. I saw that on my way in here. Let's see. And blood came back 0.29 grams alcohol per 100 milliliters of blood. Malon and Oakland in the city of Lansing, Ingham County, state of Michigan, may convene or appropriate. Any additional factual basis?
None, Your Honor.
None, Your Honor.
The court will accept the no contest plea, finding the reason to be appropriate due to lack of memory from intoxication. Your plea, no contest plea will be entered, and the entry of guilt will be made by way of the no contest plea. No contest plea, that is. Your sentencing date's going to be March 11th at 9 a.m. You're going to meet with our probation department when you leave here so they can get you squared away or set up for a pre-sentence interview. And your substance abuse assessment needs to be provided to them so that they don't make you undergo a new one prior to sentencing, okay? Okay. Do you have any questions at this time? No. Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Your Honor.
Nothing further.
You're all set, ma'am. And Mr. Palmbos is not present, is that correct?
I've not seen him, Your Honor. The number we have on file goes to his father, as I voicemail earlier. His father thought he was being county, last an attorney from Apple spoke a week or so ago. But we've learned from the court today that I don't think that's true anymore.
Sounds good, and the address we had was for the shelter for him, so.
As well as, that's the address I have, Your Honor.
Let's see. Let's see, we have someone on Zoom.
Yeah.
Mr. Thompson is on Zoom.
I don't think I have a Thompson.
He doesn't have an attorney, I don't think. Mr. Glenn Thompson, did you request an attorney? You're muted, it said he did.
You hear me, ma'am?
Yes, you requested court-appointed counsel at the time of your arraignment?
I did request it and didn't qualify for him.
He was not, okay, he was denied because he lacks indigency. Okay, okay, sounds good. So we'll get Mr. Waddell in the room with you in just a moment, okay? And then Seth Smith present?
He's in the back of the courtroom, Your Honor. We're just having a quick chat about him.
Hello, anyone here on behalf of AP Auto Sales? Okay, Ms. Caston?
I'm here.
Are you there? Okay,
Yeah.
no one's appeared on behalf of AP Auto Sales. This was you trying to do a discovery examination, correct?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, so you can, would you like to show cause them to order them to come to court?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll note here that a show cause will issue. You need to go to the clerk's office so you can complete that paperwork, okay?
Okay.
For a show cause on this, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. You're all set.
Have a good day.
And then, are we ready on Mr. Jones Young, or we need an adjournment?
Yeah, I believe we're ready to go.
Okay. Back on the record in the matter of the city of Lansing versus Brandon Jones Young. How are we proceeding on this matter?
This is not going to be contested violation.
Okay, he's gonna plead guilty to absconding from his probation status.
That's correct, Your Honor. Is that accurate?
Okay, raise your right hand. Please solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury. Okay, you can put your hand down. You understand that you do have the right to have a contested hearing on this? And you have the right to be represented by counsel, which Ms. Sutter is here to represent you on this. You have the right to have the prosecution and the probation department put forth evidence to establish the allegation that you absconded. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
And you're willing to give those rights up so that you can enter a guilty plea? Anyone threatening you to do that?
No.
These promises in exchange for you pleading guilty? No. As to the allegation that you failed to report to probation since it's like 2018, let's see. The exact date. They have it in here. Okay, failed to report to probation since April 4th, 2018. How do you plead? On a factual basis, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Jones, is it true that on November 28th of 2017, you underwent sentencing in front of Judge Clark? And at that time, he ordered you to a term of probation, which included reporting to a probation officer. And is it true that as of the filing of the violation that brings you here today, you have not met with the probation department, starting from April 2018? Is it true and do you believe that that is a violation of the orders of probation? Yes. Thank you, Your Honor. I believe that satisfies the factual basis.
Thank you. Report is satisfied. Did you have any additional factual basis, Mr. Waddell?
No, Your Honor.
I find your plea to be freely, voluntarily, and intelligently made. Let's see here. The recommendation is to terminate and impose jail time. It says defendant's been in warrant status on this case since 2018. Defendant also has another warrant out of 54A21-00115.
That is no longer a warrant. He's scheduled for a pretrial in front of yourself next Monday on that.
Okay. So you could pick a new case, or no, that's from 2021, actually.
Correct.
Okay, sounds good. And he was in federal custody?
That's correct, Your Honor. In late June or early July of 2021, he went into federal custody, I believe originally in Isabella County. He then served a sentence in Department of Corrections in Kentucky, was released April of 2024.
You can address the court.
Thank you, Your Honor. Along with what I've just advised the court of in terms of where Mr. Jones Young has been for the past several years, he admits part of where he should have been is here. He was in Department of Corrections custody for several years between summer of 2021 and spring of 2024. He was released and put on a term of 3 years of probation. He's currently on probation court supervision through the Western District of Michigan and will be for 3 years beginning from April of 2024.
He's on federal probation?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. So he is on an extraordinary amount of court supervision and oversight here. He has gained employment in that time. He is trying best efforts here to kind of step up and take accountability and responsibility for some poor decisions in the past. And he does admit that they were very poor decisions. What he would respectfully ask the court to consider is he is trying his best now to do what he can to improve his life in the community he's in since his release from Department of Corrections custody. To that end, what he would really hate to have happen is to lose his employment and put himself in a difficult position with federal probation if he were to serve a lengthy jail sentence here. He is willing, if the court is willing to complete a term of probation or finish probation, and the alternative, if the court's not willing to consider that, given the history of this case, he would respectfully ask the court to consider allowing him to serve weekends in jail to give his time to this court so that he does not lose the employment that he's given, and so that if he's found that he is able to continue complying and meeting with his federal probation officer. Thank you.
He's on probation until when again?
From April through April of 2027, I believe. You were given 3 years probation, correct? Starting April of last year.
I don't have any desire to continue probation. He tried to turn himself in, or I don't know how he got, maybe it was when he picked up the 2021 case. That makes sense. It sounds like when he picked up the 2021 case, that's when we got him up for absconding on this one. He was arraigned, and I don't know if he would have appeared or not, but it sounds like shortly thereafter, same month, he ended up. And maybe, I don't know, he ended up in federal custody. So with that being said, it's not meaningful to continue this. You do have a large amount of money that you still got to pay. I'm going to discharge you unsuccessfully from probation. There's a balance of $1,526.40 that you need to make payments on. Where are you working?
Avances.
What's that?
We do gas force and GM. Next door to Bridgewater.
You said Avante?
Avance. AVANCED. Z.
Okay.
AVANCED.
Okay. How much are you gonna pay on this monthly? I can't recommend because I don't know anything about your finances.
I can do
200? You sure?
Yeah.
Monthly, what day?
Thursday.
Well, what day of the month?
Oh, what day of the month?
So for example, today is the 14th. So you say you get paid what, every Thursday or every other Thursday? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Every Thursday.
So you'll be able to make a payment by the 30th of this month?
That's correct.
So I'll put that you'll make a payment of $200 per month beginning January 30th. And you'll make a payment the 30th or the 4th Thursday of each month, okay?
Yeah.
Make payment online using your case number, or you can come up to the criminal traffic window at any time to make your payment in person, okay? You have any questions? Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing further. Your Honor.
You're all set, sir.
Thank you.
And then Mr. Waddell needs to talk to Mr.
Oh, I didn't need to do that. Oh, I forgot they were right here.
You need to speak to Mr. Smith, you said?
No, we're all set to run here.
Oh, why is it running, Oh, you say you were ready on Mr. Smith? We could do Smith first. He should be muted. Oh. On the record in the matter.
If he goes into a breakout room, that should fix that.
We muted him now.
Gotcha.
On the record in the matter of the city of Lansing versus Seth Smith, 24-03408 and 24L2904-791. Appearance, please.
Brandon Waddell on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Mr. Smith, is standing to my right.
Okay, Mr. Smith has an expired plate explanation hearing and no ops today. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, having received proof of the license, valid license, the city is on the first setting, city is willing to dismiss the no ops charge and amend the expired plate to impeding traffic.
You wish to accept responsibility for the civil infraction?
Yes.
Okay, your fine is $135. When can you pay it?
By the 28th of February.
Okay, you can make payment at the criminal traffic window, or you can go online on or before the 28th of February and make payment using your case number, okay?
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
Do I still have to pay the $25 by Friday then?
Oh, no, you and I talked about responsibility, you just have to be entire thing paid by the 28th.
Oh, okay.
So you can pay in terms of you want.
Oh, you mean on the no ops for the $25 for that?
No, we had talked to the hall earlier, who's asking about how payments got made, and we had talked about if he wants to make an initial payment.
Oh,
By the end
okay.
of the week and then more later, but.
No, you said you'll pay it by the
8th of
28th,
February.
yeah, so if you wanna come in between now and then and put $20 installments, that's your business. I just noted that you'll have it paid in full by the 28th of February.
Okay, yeah,
Right.
yes, ma'am.
You're all set?
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, and I see Ms. Kuhn here for LVNV funding, and I believe Ms. Honig is here for Dominic Davis. This is a pre-trial for a general civil matter. I don't know if you all have already spoken. If not, I can put you in a private meeting room.
We have not spoken.
Okay, let me get you in a private meeting room so that you can do your joint pre-trial statement or discuss resolution. Is that everybody?
That's what I was ready to check. I think it is, and was there any PV arraignments I needed to talk to, or? Yes.
Mr. Thompson, can you hear us?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, City of Lansing versus Glenn Thompson III, 24 L2904812 and 24-03404. Council appearance.
Brandon Waddell on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Okay, and Mr. Thompson is present via Zoom without representation. There was a no ops and a no proof of insurance. How are we proceeding on these?
Your Honor, the city is prepared to amend the no ops charge to allowing an unlicensed person to drive. And I believe Mr. Thompson is prepared to plead guilty to that charge today, as well as responsible for no proof of insurance.
Is that correct as to how you want to proceed, Mr. Thompson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under the penalty of perjury? Okay, you can put your hand down. Okay, Mr. Thompson, you have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. So that means that you have the right to be innocent and require that the prosecution prove your guilt by proving each element of the charge being brought against you beyond a reasonable doubt. In order to accept the offer and plead guilty to the amended charge of allowing an unlicensed driver, you would have to give up your right to the presumption of innocence. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
You would also have to give up your right, sir, to have a jury trial, your right to remain silent at trial and not have silence be used against you, your right to see, hear, or question in court any of the witnesses that the city was going to call to testify against you. You'd have to give up your right to subpoena witnesses on your behalf to testify, or your right to waive your silence and testify on your own behalf. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
You're willing to give those rights up, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anyone threatening you to do that?
No.
Has there been any promises extended to you in exchange for you pleading guilty to the amended charge?
No.
Okay. And do you want to plead guilty because you believe you're guilty?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
As to the amended charge of allowing an unlicensed driver to operate a motor vehicle, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay, on or about November 13th, 2024, at approximately 9:46 a.m., were you operating a motor vehicle at or near Shiawassee and Grand River, City of Lansing, Ingham County, State of Michigan?
Yes, Your Honor, I was.
Or I should say, were you allowing someone to operate a motor vehicle at that time?
Yes, I was.
Okay, and that someone was you?
Yes.
Okay, and did you have a valid license?
No, Your Honor, I did not.
Okay, let's see. What happened to this? Oh, that's the other case. That was a warning. Okay, sounds good. Any additional factual basis?
None, Your Honor.
The court is satisfied with the factual basis. I'll accept your plea and find it to be freely, voluntarily, and intelligently made. And then you're accepting responsibility to the no proof of insurance. Is that correct as well?
Yes, it is.
You're fine in the allowing is going to be $200, and the no proof of insurance is $150. When are you going to pay, sir?
It's 200 and then 150. Is that what you said, Your Honor?
That's correct. 150 and 200.
Do I have a timeline on that? How does that work?
Absolutely. How much time do you need?
I can have it paid in full by the end of the next month if possible.
Okay, both of them?
Yes.
Okay, I'll note that you have it paid in full by February 28th. You can make a payment at the criminal traffic window in person at the court on the 6th floor. Or you can proceed to make payment online. You would need to use your case numbers in order to pull it up, okay?
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor, I don't.
Okay, any additional matters, counsel?
Nothing, Your Honor.
You're all set, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then Ms. Kuhn and Ms. Honig, I see that you did complete your Drake pretrial statement. Did you have any issues that needed to go on the record? Otherwise, I'll just sign this and you'll get your next dates in the mail.
I don't have anything.
I have no issues either, Your Honor.
Okay, well then you're all set. Thank you so much for appearing and taking care of this.
Thank you.
Your Honor.
Thank you. Let's see.